turn right heading 32.
Are these out of order?
Wind 30 at 10. Peak gusts.
Move that to run real quick.
Visibility
So the brakes are already set, but don't put your feet on it because it'll do it.
Skydive Rob, welcome.
So move this to run. So it's a pull out.
Pull out, got it.
And then it's on a spring load. So put it to
bothering
start
me that
for
I
2
didn't
seconds
have
and let go.
altitude 5.
And what you're looking for is ignition. Light off, N2, oil pressure, fuel flow, and N1. So the big one is the temperature. So it'll stabilize at 450, 460. You get a secondary rise and then roll back. So at 54.6%, the ignition will come off.
Okay, let's go. There's a lot of pre-flight stuff here.
Right turn, okay. So right turn out, and then I'll just call for our clearance, and I'll do the radio. So go ahead when you're ready.
Okay. So pull this up and then twist it?
Just twist it left.
Twist it left, okay.
Drop it.
Drop it.
There you go. And then you can just slowly feel the brakes. Because it'll roll on its own.
Yeah.
Not much, but so you want a little power, just a little bit. More. Rolling for a second, and then to idle. There we go. Clear right, clear left, going right.
Okay.
And then just, so you'll notice there's not a lot of turn in it. And so if you ever have to get more turn,
differential,
little top brake.
Okay.
So just come over a little more to the left. There you go.
We're following that yellow line.
And then we'll just go out. We'll go back out to the taxiway over here, and then just go out to the runway.
All right. Yeah, the brake by wire feels actually pretty natural.
Oh, so it simulates that there's pressure behind it, but it just springs. That's all it is.
Report your cancellation through flight service today. Have a great day.
That feels nice.
Taxi light's coming on.
I call flight service. I'm not going to be able to turn the transmitter on today.
Oh man, this is so cool.
These all going too?
Yeah, we got to get this guy going.
Yeah, it's so cool, man. I can't wait to share this like in a more complete, comprehensive way with the different cameras. We have up to 3 towards the end of the flight.
On the maintain 16,000, expect level 340.
First is very tight in terms of windshield real estate where you can actually fit cameras, so it took a while to figure out the placement of the cameras. So it's a little bit goofy from camera angle perspective, but I think we got some good stuff, which I'm excited.
So we're clearly not at John Wayne anymore. we're not in a Piper. We're not in a clapped out Archer. We are in an Embraer Phenom 100E, and Derek here is going to be my Sherpa up the mountain of jet flying.
To the top. We're going to go to the top today.
This is
straight to the top.
This is so cool.
We're going to summit Everest in one shot today. Actually, we will be higher than them.
We'll be higher than Everest.
So I'm sure Bill will tell you we're going out to Van Nuys. We're going to be climbing to 34 today. And it's actually quite a beautiful day actually here. Aspen, as Bill probably mentioned in some of his story, it was probably not great. But here we are, safety first, and we're just trying to do the thing. So
it's not a flight to Aspen without actually landing at Rifle.
Correct. As you plan for Aspen, land at Rifle. So go ahead and push the takeoff config button one time.
Okay, and that's going to send on the
takeoff. Okay, so that means that flaps are good.
This is out of Rifle.
The brakes aren't set.
3512. It's for jet 17. 3512.
No, that's no. There we go. Why is it so damn hot in here?
Then we need like the flight directors on, right? And all that
so what you want to do is just hit the right button.
Okay.
And hit nav because it's a nav departure.
Okay.
So what we'll do is I'll just exit this out real quick while you're doing that. Yep. And we'll go show chart. Departure.
Like it would have been great to get
squat
the panel,
4. Yep. It just RNAV.
But just
up to
with
16.
not knowing.
We've got the visibility quarter mile. We got way more than that.
Where the cameras
and what was
could
our
be,
top altitude was 16?
16 at first, yeah.
Okay.
To work with camera.
Now, how often do you hand fly departures?
In hindsight, it would have been awesome.
So, you're coming up to the end here.
you know.
We got flap set at 1.
So just, you know, you can feel the brakes. It doesn't take too much to get it, you know, get it stopped. You just do, that's what you do a little bit of it, just a little bit of stop, and then, you know,
get a feel for
see what it is, and then when you want to come to a complete stop, you just, you know, slowly do the normal thing, so. Denver Center, Phenom 500, Bravo, short of runway 26, number 1, for release. So yeah, it doesn't really give you too much turning.
Here, Tango, yeah, frequency.
So we can go ahead and just stop here, short of the runway.
7 Bravo Golf, Denver approach, 100.7.
It's obviously different, but it's intuitive to a degree.
You can put the brake on it.
Yeah, 5156.
So it's up to the right.
The flatty arrival landing north.
Up to the right, there we go. And then you can just let go of the brakes, you're good. And you know it's on right here, so.
Is there a reason that you set that holding short?
Yeah.
Just as a safety, extra safety?
I just, short of the runway I will never do it on the actual runway. Some guys do, I don't agree with it, because if it locks, you in essence are shut down an airport.
Who's ready at 260?
Brado. So we're going to take off.
For runway 26.
So you'll feel like.
So that's us, the rifle.
Second, sir.
Who's ready to go at runway 26?
This is 500 Romeo Bravo.
This is a Phenom
500 Romeo Bravo, maintain 14,000, release for departures. Traffic inbound canceled 16 miles to the east.
Okay, maintain 14,000, release for departure, Romeo Bravo. So yep, there you go. So just take it up to the runway.
Drew, it was so
and then line
awesome.
it up, and then we'll walk you through it.
This is just the raw footage, and so like it's just one angle, but like we got some great stuff up in the
that
plane.
was the monitoring.
In cruise, and the arrival
so
is insane. Derek took the arrival because the winds were gusting to like almost 30 miles per hour. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got you.
Charlie Romeo, descend out.
Totally playing jet pilot.
At your discretion, maintain 15,000, Eagle Altimeter 3018.
Okay, so yeah, just get it lined up.
This is like giving me chills,
rudder,
just
and then straighten it out.
That are missing right
It's
now.
a little weird there. So
like I'm working on an earlier video before this, so I'm kind of like I've pushed this out of my brain until I'm finished with the other video,
and then you can let go of the
like
brakes.
rewatching this is so
to all the just put it up to toga, not only just keep going, right to the stop. So there's N1 ATR green. So just feet like normal off the brakes. So just keep that there until V1. So you don't need as much as you get faster. You don't need as much rudder.
There's 70 cross checks. Good.
7 Tango Mike.
So you're looking for
Grand Junction.
V1 went up there.
V1.
It's just gonna be a nice gentle rotation.
Guys, 5156.
Okay, there's V1. Hands off the throttle. Nice gentle rotation.
There it is. Okay.
Positive rate.
Oh, will you just wait for a second? So there's. Positive rate. Gear up. Right there.
Yep.
So take your feet off the rudder pedals now. You don't want to use too much rudder in a jet. So.
Okay.
And then pitch it into the command bars. Just leave this for right now. You wait 12,000 feet. So just pitch it into the command bars, and then it'll just fly the departure for you.
Yeah, 2415, descend via the arrival and no complaints.
It's quiet and smooth now, right?
It feels like it's not on. I'm looking at the engine just going like, we got both of them? Yep, we got both of them.
Okay, so now go flaps up.
Flaps up. Flaps coming up.
Then this to con climb.
Selected, and that is going to con.
More. Oh, wait, so you're there a little more, right there. And then once you get 1,500 feet, it'll sequence. And then go yacht amp. Flight level change, FLC, you gotta hit the button first.
Okay.
And then 180, roll to 180.
Now it's not, autopilot is not on, right?
But take your feet off the pedals, because you don't need any more, you got yacht amp on. So now it's just
that's
sort of
so
a weird
weird. Taking your feet off the pedals
so now
is
just
so
trim
weird.
and keep it in the command bars.
Got it, okay.
And rifle traffic, Phenom 500 Romeo Bravo is departing to the west out of 7,000, last call, rifle. Have a good weekend, guys, and happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, you do the same, buddy. And the Challenger 605 is currently on a 7-mile final, sending at 8,000 feet, landing
Bravo is out of 7.3, climbing 14,000 with the flash off a rifle. And
500 Romeo Bravo, Denver Center. The code should be 1461.
Sorry, sir. But yeah, as it gets to the 180, you're just going to keep it in the command bars, and then now slowly turn to the left to the 236. Nice. Oh.
There's a Romeo Bravo radar contact, cleared a bug out of 13,000, maintain footable 260.
Right, out of 13,000 to bug and 260.
What's up, Vandy Pilot?
160 set. You want to
Yeah,
climb,
for sure, man.
I usually climb
If
180
you've
until I'm clear of terrain.
done this
Like, you know, so
before,
we're still, you know,
Yeah, we're still in
it's-
it, huh?
so, and plus it gives you a good rate up, and then,
it
you know,
can
say there's turbulence down low,
definitely
especially like Vegas in the
become
summertime, like I just climb at 180.
standard.
and then we'll
you know, I mean,
transition
it's
to
just like
200
what-
after
if
that,
you,
once
if you
we
do
clear
this
all the terrain.
professionally, it's
Okay.
your job.
It's probably hard to see on the
I know.
GoPro or impossible, but I am actually
I know.
handling this like this is insane. Jesus. I'll throw them an
Cool,
ident too. Oh, it's insane. This is like, this is beautiful.
Coming out of 10, windshield and lights to taxi.
Grizzly 50, Denver Center, Grand Junction, Altimeter 3.
So you'll notice like it handles pretty. It's on spring. It's on you know, like cables and pulleys, right? Just like any GA airplane with you know, Cessna Piper, whatever it is. But it's not super light like a Cessna would be. Like, you know, it's still a little heavy.
Son of a gun.
But this thing is just pretty simple. You just sort of keep it where it is. You know, just a couple of clicks.
I had. Oh, that makes me want to puke. To take off. Let's see if I could fix this. That makes me want to absolutely hurl. Okay. Display capture. How can I flip this easily? Can I? Oh, I can do rotate 180. There you go.
Yeah, so you'll feel
That's
like
okay. Vandy, what do you fly? Oh, that's awesome, Adone. Very cool. See, look at that. We're still bringing people. Vandy, if you're not in the Discord,
okay, so
fantastic network.
yeah, you're east, correct? East of the field, we're departing the last stop.
So this is the same departure.
Okay, so yeah, just get it lined up. Okay.
Oh, that's really cool.
Straighten up.
So if you were flying Lears,
so
you probably know.
So come up slow.
Probably know Joe. I have to look at the stream.
So you don't need as much to get fast, you don't need as much rudder.
70. What's up, Head in the Clouds? Yeah, it is. It's so quiet. Look at that center line. I kind of get a little bit wonky, I think, because I'm like, holy crap, I'm flying a jet. I think I had too much right rudder. You can see the right rudder. But yeah, now I'm like, okay, I'm off the rudder. There you go. Just instinctively like rotate and go right rudder, and then it just looks like this. It feels like it's not on. Like I'm looking at the engine just. And listen to like you can hear so much of us talking.
Okay, so now go flaps up. Okay, flaps up. And then this to front flaps.
Now, can I? It's not autopilot is not on, right?
No, but take your feet off the pedals because you don't need anywhere. You got your audio box. Now it's
got
sort
it.
of a weird feeling now because you don't have.
Yeah.
So now just trim and keep them in the handles.
Got it. Okay. And I'm still under the hood essentially. I mean, it's flying a departure. Like I'm not looking at the pre-scenery. This is IFR flying a departure. We never go IMC, but it's kind of close. Frosty fridge.
Insane. Jesus. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, insane. This is like. This is ridiculous. So you'll notice like the handle's pretty. It's
1,700 hours on hours.
Tables, just like any GA airplane. But it's not super light though, so that's like
A couple of like in route clips. Okay, so yeah, Lake Town.
you can sort of see the waterway out there.
Yeah. So I kind of cut these in as we're talking about different.
So it's like the Page Airport's over there, right on the edge of the lake, which is pretty cool.
This is so cool. This is so cool.
Other stuff.
Have my hand resting right there, and that's
Okay, yeah.
it.
So
It's
we're
pretty much
going
trimmed
through.
on the flight director. And that's
Oh, did I
just from the weight.
I must have put the. I must have hand super only up to 30,000. That's pretty funny. And that's upside down. That's just great.
Have my hand resting right there, and that's it. It's pretty much trimmed on the flight director. And that's just from the weight.
Other stuff. Aircraft manufacturer.
This is where we're talking about static air temperature. So I'm trying to get some like some different cutaways of some certain things that we're talking about in the flight, which I'll kind of insert. But
you can sort of see the waterway out there. Yep. So it's like the Page Airport's over there, right on the
so
right
quiet
on
in
the
that
edge
plane.
of the lake, which is pretty cool.
Sweet. All right, so that is some of what we're gonna, some of what we're gonna talk about. So the idea, if you're new to the stream, I tend to do this a lot with the GA flights that we do. Is prep for the flight ahead of time, do the flight, get some cool footage, debrief the flight, and then just kind of talk about the experience. So this one is obviously very unique, and yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like in the sim, because part of what is fun for me in doing this is the actual comparison between the two. And man, it never ceases to amaze me. Yeah, it is rifle nuke. Yep. So beacon is on. That is on. Good. Okay. We'll get this thing started up and then talk a little bit more about the flight itself. It was so beautiful. God, it was awesome. Okay, get the left side going. This has been such a reliable IFR plane in Microsoft. God, it's so fun. Looks good. It sounds really good. I could probably I could probably go for like a more weathered, realistic looking cockpit. But other than that, like the exterior looks great. Sounds, everything looks great. But yeah, if I was being really nitpicky, I would love a little bit more realistic cockpit. So I'm gonna get the clearance before we're rolling. What Derek did is load in the flight plan and then get the clearance and just make whatever changes on the fly. But I'm just going to get the information now. Okay. 22. Okay, so I think that's right.
November 4664 Golf, what's your approach request for Mountain Home?
There we go.
64 Golf, I'd like to do the ILS Z for runway 30.
So squad 4, squad
4664 Golf.
Rocky.
Number 4664 Golf, Roger. Were you looking to start it from Fang, Mustang, or vector to final approach course?
Give me 1 second here, 64 Golf.
Alright, we're gonna have to...
I'd like to get a vector to final approach course for 664 Golf. Did not realize it has a DME arc.
November 4664 Golf, turn right heading 130, vector Mountain Home. Expect the ILS Zulu runway 30 approach.
Right heading 130 at 64 Golf.
Denver Center, good evening.com 204. Ready to pick up our IFR clearance to Van Nuys on the ground at Rifle.
.com 204. It'd be my absolute pleasure to help you with that, but I do ask that you put a flight plan in the system for me.
Oh no, did I not hit submit? Okay, stand by. I didn't.
South departure, November 403, Charlie's number 1, ready to go to Tacoma Narrows, runway 17.
4131 Charlie, release for departure clearance, but if not off in 5 minutes, if not off in 5 minutes, advise Seattle approach no other than 10 minutes of intention, change your advisor frequency approved.
Change of advisory, and void if not off in 5 minutes, 4131 Charlie.
Number 172 Golf Mike, contact Seattle departure.
No problem.
Positive departure, 172 Golf Mike.
Okay, sorry, false alarm. There you go. Got it.
Seattle departure, Cessna 172 Golf Mike, 2000 on the Connecticut.
Number 172 Golf Mike, Seattle departure, radar contact, climb maintain 4000.
I mentioned 4000, 172 Golf Mike.
DenverCenter.com 204 on the ground at Rifle IFR to Van Nuys.
.com 204, I greatly appreciate that. You cleared the Van Nuys Airport as filed. Maintain flight level 230. Departure frequency 120.47. Squawk, let's see, 7424. Hold for release.
7424. Cleared to Van Nuys as file. Climb maintain flight level 230. Departure frequencies on 2047. Squawking 7424. Hold for release. .com 204.
.com 204, read back correct. You can advise me when you are ready to get on out of there.
We'll let you know when we're ready. .com 204.
Number 0 Golf Hotel, contact Salt Lake City approach 135.5.
All right, so Bing, love it. Flight plan, love it. I will do this as quickly as I possibly can, but just if this is really painful, here's my flight plan music.
Number 172 Golf Mike, turn right heading 300, vectors for Papa Whiskey Tango with your approach request.
Right heading 370. I would like to do the RNAV for runway 20. What's on to Golf Mike?
Number 2 Golf Mike, it's right turn heading 300.
Right heading 300. What's on to Golf Mike?
2 Golf Mike, I'm sorry, did you say RNAV 2 or RNAV 20?
RNAV 20. Remington. 172 Golf Mike.
November 2 Golf Mike, Roger, then let's change that. Turn right heading 240, vectors for Zolgi.
Right heading 240. 172 Golf Mike.
South departure, Cherokee 413 on Charlie's, passing through 1.5 for 5,000.
4131 Charlie, Seattle departure, radar contact.
If anybody has any questions on any of this, ask away. I am not necessarily qualified to answer too many prolonged
You're looking for the RNAV runway 3 approach.
I will do my best.
Yes, sir. RNAV for the
Kind
runway
of
3 approach.
blasting through this in the name of
November 0 Golf Hotel, Roger, cross Ryzen at 8,000, clear on have runway 3 approach Ogden Airport.
speed.
Cross Ryzen at 8,000, clear for the RNAV 3 approach. November 610 Golf Hotel.
November 64 Golf, descend and maintain 7,000.
And then
7,000,
we're gonna go
4664 Golf.
arrival, and we're going to go Janny 5, purse transition, and
Number 172 Golf Mike, proceed direct Zolgi, cross Zolgi at 4,000, clear on have runway 2 approach.
3-4 left for right now. I'm going to request that and see if we can get it, because that's what we used on the day. What's up, WizKid? We are flying to Van Nuys.
I'm sorry, we must have crossed wires there. I thought you said, I thought I verified and I thought you said 2, but maybe we got confused.
So
all right, number 2 Golf
departure,
300 vectors for Dare.
Let's see, we got all that in there.
Right
Good.
300.
This looks good. Yep. Discontinuity, that's fine. Previous. Okay, good. Is there anything on the departure? I don't think there is anything on the departure altitude-wise. I think it just get up there. Climb heading 258, intercepts, blah, 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 maintain or as assigned. All right. So heading is 258. So let's zoom out here. 258. Does that not seem right? Oh, am I facing the direction I am? Facing the other direction than what I think I am. Okay, so that's in there. Let's get the flight directors coming on. Nav mode coming in there, and we're gonna hand fly this son of a bitch. I hand flew it up to 30. We're gonna sim hand fly it up to 30. Okay, and now we're gonna go to tune, and we have 7424. That goes in there, and then we've got 2047, which we'll get to that in a minute. Unicom is 22.8, and good. We'll let them know when we're ready to go. Right on. Okay, all of our lights are on. We got our takeoff flaps are coming in. Checked our speed brakes and spoilers. Those all work. Looks good. The brake coming off.
Hello. Hi.
Emaner, welcome. Thank you. What's a survey job? That's a great question. Survey job is a job where you fly an aircraft with imaging equipment on it and basically take pictures of the ground from the air. Flying long lines in the skies with cameras or something. That's the most the most accurate there. All right, let's intro this beautiful video for later use on YouTube. Hey everybody, welcome back to beautiful Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I'm Bill, and tonight's flight is replicating the very first jet flight that I've done up front. Super crazy. This happened last week. I can't believe it's been almost a week since the flight. But we flew from Van Nuys to Rifle. The intended destination was Van Nuys, and weather prevented us from flying in there. We did a bunch of prep work flying into Van Nuys or into Aspen, but didn't happen. So instead, we landed at Rifle, made the intelligent choice, safe choice to go to Rifle, which happens pretty much 50% of the time trying to go into Aspen. And my usual repetition of doing the flight in the sim, doing it in real life, and then doing it in the sim again. We're here and going to do the leg that I actually flew most of. The winds were insane. We had a Santa Ana event, which prevented me from actually landing the plane, which was a Phenom 100 back at Van Nuys, which is totally fine. I definitely missed. I would have loved to land the plane. It wasn't to be on this attempt, which is fine. But the departure, I flew out of Rifle, having looked at the footage again, up to 30,000 feet, which was pretty rad by hand. So I'm gonna see how far out I can get on this departure by hand. But basically, it was such an incredible experience, and I am really excited to get the video finished for this flight, because we got a lot of great conversations and a lot of great stuff in the plane on the way to Van Nuys. It just was an unbelievable experience, and having flown in, you know, a couple of jets in the simulator and on PilotEdge quite a bit, it was both unremarkable and incredibly remarkable at the same time. It's just an unbelievable experience. So, Janzer, thank you for the raid. Welcome. So with that all being said, let's call up and let Denver.
All right. Well, I'll go just check out those YouTube videos. I mean, I was just kind of curious. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's some good stuff, but I'll just, you know, look a little, and if I remember, then maybe send an email. Thank you. 6 for golf.
DenverCenter.com 204 holding short 26 at Rifle.
.com 204, released for departure. Clearance void if not off in 5 minutes. If you're not off the ground in 5 minutes, advise Denver Center no later than 10 minutes from now if your intentions change. Advisor frequency approved.
All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit. Clearance, yeah. Yeah, we'll see you. .com 204.
Read back 10 out of 10.
Thank you. .com 204. Just, I don't know. Okay, bye. I need to talk to our controller friends, because I get the times that I get like screwed up with ATC are when I probably don't need to say anything. Just like, okay, yeah, bye. Rifle traffic, citation departing runway 26, squat 4, departure, Rifle. Okay, lights, heat, ignitions are auto, let's do it.
Approaching runway 26.
Now, for those of you
entered
that
runway 26, 6,900 feet remaining,
have not flown jets before, but have flown in the simulator, and particularly have flown in the simulator in PilotEdge, it is hilariously similar. Obviously, the sensations of everything and the tactile feel and all that stuff, depending on your setup, but like this is freaking wild. Okay, full power, engines look good, airspeed is live, 70 cross check. We're gonna just, yep, there's V1. Holy crap. Okay, here's going. What is that thing yelling at me for? Oh, yeah. Rifletraffic.com 204, departing on the Squad 4, last call, rifle. There's the left turn. Yeah, this is creepy. It's exactly freaking dead on. Denver Center, good evening.com 204, 9,000, climbing 230.
Altitude.
.com 204, turn on your transponder for me. November, let's see, air correction, Skywest 3621, Denver ground, runway 25, taxi vehicle.
The SciTech controls, so nothing.
.com 204, radar contact, 7 miles west of Rice.
.com 204, that says. Okay, so climb power is set. So it's just, and Derek is a streamer as well. That's incredible. And he streams both flying and controlling. And we're both commenting at one point how much easier it is when you don't have chat. Yeah, still using SciTech Yoke. I have I really feel no need to get anything more than that. I mean, it works perfectly fine. The honeycomb is clearly better in every measurable way. But the reality is, the way that I use the simulator, I don't need anything I don't need anything more than this. But yeah, it would be pretty nice to get a nice setup. For as much as I use this stuff, I could probably justify it. But yeah, I use the SciTech rudder pedals as well. It was such an interesting day going out there with the weather at Aspen and the weather back at Van Nuys and in SoCal.
Seattle Center, Arrow 74 Whiskey
you know,
Romeo.
there's just like a lot of stuff happening.
Crest 5000 and would request a visual for runway 26.
Was
Number 74 Whiskey Romeo.
very interesting.
If you want lower,
fun,
I can do that for you, but you can make the approach request when you get to Spokane.
Climbing through transition altitude.
Yeah, Scooby, that's awesome.
Down to 5,000. Thanks for the help.
And like, it's
Romeo.
just, you don't need that much, you know, like it doesn't have to be that crazy a setup. I mean, it's definitely great if you can afford it, if you're going for something that feels and works better. But just the way that I work, the way that my brain works, I can't justify spending the extra money when I have something that works. It does the job.
Sky was 3621 Denver
There
Tower.
are things that are better, but that's not necessarily, you know, like a reason to.
.com 204 contact Denver Center 133.67.
3367.com 204. As much as I love doing the radios, it was kind of cool to have someone like do it for you. DenverCenter.com 204, flight level 220, climbing 230.
.com 204 Denver, climbing 10, flight level 360.
Level 360.com 204.
November 64 Golf, turn right heading 230.
But PilotEdge does an incredible job of preparing you for the en route communications. It's weird how.
Yeah, I was going to do that once you got airborne,
like,
but if you want it now, it'll be 245.
It's just super easy. Just to jump on, like I jumped on the radios on the way to Rifle. I wasn't in the front for the departure or the arrival, but it was like, you know, I hop on the radios and was just like super easy. You know, I'm talking with the Salt Lake Center for the first time ever, and just like it was nothing. It was crazy. That's how I was with my CH products yoke until my son purchased a Honeycomb Alpha as a thank you for letting him use my car all summer. Then I broke down and got a Bravo a bit later. That's awesome. Yeah, they're super nice. Yeah, they're very nice products for sure. Yeah, that's true, Vandy. But it is from a private pilot, from a general aviation private pilot perspective. It is a different. It's a different.
172 Golf Mike, no traffic between you and Bremerton. Report IFR cancellation in the
I can't put it better than
on the ground
just
via 122.2 within 5 minutes. The landing change advisory frequency approved.
You have so many more. You have different considerations as a part of your flight when you're up there than you do in a small plane.
Seattle Center, good evening. Cherokee 4131
Abelar's,
Charlie,
happy Tuesday.
74 Whiskey Romeo, Spokane,
so
approach Spokane, altimeter 3015,
to go from
26.
the, you know, just the GA going to French Valley, you know, that kind of stuff.
Seattle Center, Portland, altimeter 303.
Tripwire, welcome to the stream. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's I'm gonna get this. So there's our roughly our 30,000. Kind of tired of holding this yoke. It's so much easier in the plane, as you saw from that video, where I'm just holding pressure down on the yoke. So like here's.
Have my hand resting right there, and that's it. It's pretty much trimmed on the flight director.
So that's like that's off of autopilot, and I am just resting my hand on the yoke. Super sweet. And you know, we could like trim that out even too with aileron trim. Doesn't work quite as well with the very plasticky setup. But like, so it's a weird. The things that people are worried about or questioning or asking or being told are very different than what you find in route low level in a piston. You know, you've got a lot of frankly there's a lot more stuff happening on the lower approach frequencies when you're going slower. You know, you're dealing with busier sectors because you're closer to airports and closer to, you know, handoffs and all kinds of stuff. Up here, it's very quiet. There's a lot of PIREPs, a lot of ride reports, just like Vandy said. You know, we were constantly dealing with turbulence and, you know, it was very, just the way that the weather was that day. So, like, that was a main part of the flight, was the ride reports and trying to find different altitudes and stuff. But it's 6 miles from it has just like a different feel. It's like you've entered like a different part of the club. You know, you go into that back area with the, you know, like the curtain, and it's just like everything's clean and it's not as crowded, and you know, you've got bottle service, and you know, it's like the same building, but it's a different room. It's a different wing that you need a special card to get in or something. It felt very strange, and the fact that we have PilotEdge to be able to replicate to the degree that it does that dynamic made it feel so strange. Like this odd, like, yeah, how the other half lives. It kind of is. You know, and like flying out of John Wayne, I've been very fortunate to have a lot of interaction and a lot of, you know, first-hand encounters with the airline stuff and the big jets. You know, I'm not flying in a little, you know, uncontrolled field or some little delta.
Go ahead.
So I've been in the system with the big guys, but being up that high with the different considerations, you got winds aloft, you've got turbulence, you've got shortcuts, you've got vectors, you've got overtakes, you got like all this kind of stuff that just doesn't exist down low. That PilotEdge can prepare. Well, it prepares you for the pace and the considerations, but ride reports don't exist in PilotEdge really because no one cares. Overtakes don't really exist because there's not enough traffic going along the same route. Like, there's certain things that you just can't really replicate thoroughly enough to really be one-to-one, but at the same time it feels foreign and familiar to almost to the same degree, and it's very, very strange. I was John Wayne based for my survey company in a 206 for 3 months. That's awesome. Yeah, I am very biased, but very
4664 Golf, no traffic is there between you and Mountain Home. Report IFR cancellation in the other frequency on the ground via 122.2.
Vandy, you got to join the Discord. Hop in there. Are you in there already? I think you would dig it. It's a very cool group. Have you ever been to TNP? I have not been to 29 Palms. I have not been there yet.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Hello.
Hello, Arnold. So I'm planning on Wednesday and Thursday to be really heavy flying prep. Thursday will be the stream. You know, like we're gonna do a virtual version of the fly-in. One half of it's gonna be on PilotEdge, and then we're gonna do it on. Just wanted to say that I'm excited for Saturday, going to the bar now. Bye bye. All right. Arnold. Okay, love you too. Bye bye. Awesome, Vandy. I think you'll like it. It's a very cool group. You seem like you will fit right in. But yeah, so for those of you that that are new or not aware or not really in the Discord a whole bunch, I am hosting a fly-in on Saturday, this Saturday, December 4th, and it's the second annual 4LE fly-in. Very excited to put this together, and really it's just an excuse to get a lot of busy people and a lot of people that I haven't met yet in person together. You know, just to have.
21 contact Denver Center 127.0.
I don't think that was.
We're 4 Whiskey Romeo, turn right heading 070,
So
vector visual approach from my C6.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be great. We've got Citation Max will be there, Bay Flight will be there, Stevie, Brad will be there, Owen Lipit might be there if his schedule will allow.
Denver Center Sky was 3621, final 220.
Adoned will be there.
3621, Denver Center Roger.
Flying with Arnold will be there. All the heavy hitters. I'm very excited to hang out with everyone. And I don't know yet. I'm playing it by ear, Adoned, but if you, and I won't be offended because I understand, but if you or Griller want to come back with me and Julia, we might, we'll play that by ear, but I'm going to get there early, so just having, like just us go, I think will be the easiest, but like we can sort something on the way back because we're all ending up at the same spot. So 11, like not that early, just probably like an hour earlier than we're kind of all meeting. I'm constantly looking out the window here because I was so mesmerized by the geography and the geology as we were going through. It just like seared into my brain. So a lot of the stuff I recognize from out the window. It's super cool. So the plan is, and again, I don't want to make this too much about the fly-in because we're going to do that a lot on Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday on the Discord and Thursday.
204 contact Salt Lake City Center 135.77.
Is that 3577.com 204?
Correct.
Sweet, 3577 later.
74 Whiskey Romeo, the Spokane Airport at your 10 o'clock, 8 miles.
SaltLakeCenter.com 204, flight level 360.
.com 204, Salt Lake, roger. Number 4 Whiskey Romeo in the field now, 10 to 9 o'clock, 7 miles, reported to say.
That's so cool.
4 Whiskey Romeo, include visual approach from my 26.
Oh yeah, there's... that's awesome. Okay, so we're a little bit further south than the route that we took. Interesting. But yeah, so the plan is that we're going to fly up to San Luis Obispo, have lunch, have a presentation. Earth is very cool. Have a presentation at ACI, and then fly back to John Wayne, and then we've got like me, Brad. Well, yeah, me and Julia, Brad, Adoned, Griller, Paul, who Brad might be flying with, and there's like a couple other people. Maybe we can convince Max to come down, but there'll be like a couple more people potentially that Derek that we can have meet, and we'll probably like do a bar post game kind of thing close to the airport. So that'll be fun. We can like relax and have a beer. That's always like a really good really good part of the flight is coming back and having a beer. Yeah, Brad will have seats for you. Brad has you covered regardless of what plane he ends up taking. So yeah, like we will have the space. If you wanted to just if one of you wanted to come back down with me, I could probably use like an hour 1.5 of hood time. I was like, it's like shit. This is like a. I don't think it's 2 hours. I want to say it's less than that, but like I was like, it's kind of a long haul. One of those guys want to like ride up, ride back. I can pop on the goggles maybe.
74 Whiskey Relay Spokane.
You have to have your face on camera though, Don. That's the key. But we'll all that will play by ear. I wanted to just throw that out there, so it's not a total surprise. I will not be offended if you would rather go back with Brad, because it'll be faster, either a lot faster or a lot faster. It's either going to be a Bonanza or a jet. Some single engine piston SoCal time never hurt anybody. Sit rep. Okay. Long ways to go. Didn't realize how far this was. So what do you guys want to talk about? Like we got. This is a far flight. This is some like really serious debrief stuff. I guess we can kind of talk about anything. Anybody have any questions? If you're watching and you're lurking, there's nothing wrong with that.
This is a good use of tax dollars, okay?
Yeah, for sure. Vandy, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining. The community is only as good as the members within it, and you definitely feel like you fit and will add to it, which is great. So I appreciate I appreciate the comments and the interactions. It's awesome. All right, so Steve has a question what my favorite breakfast food is. It's not even close. Bacon. Bacon, bacon, bacon. For sure. Oh, man.
Someone say hot bike?
Yeah, it's the best. My...
not on any of the frequencies I'm monitoring, so not sure what.
We have a local breakfast place that we go to. Like Julia cannot stand the smell of bacon, so I rarely get it in house. But we do go to this restaurant that's in town, that's like a few blocks away. Like we have our little downtown is walkable, so we walk like during the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday, we go walk, and I get side of bacon, side of fruit, and a coffee, and she'll get some like gigantic breakfast, and I'll end up eating like part of it, but I get that every single time. Fried egg on buttered English muffin with bacon or ham. That is fantastic. That does sound really good. Favorite $100 breakfast? Fullerton or whatever the El Monte. Well, I guess or Flaybob. You know, I'm gonna say Fullerton, but more probably Flaybob. Their breakfast burritos are crazy good. The breakfast burritos there are.
Number 4 Whiskey Romeo and Charlie to parking, monitor ground. Good day.
Big Bear. I've yet to eat at Big Bear. I would like to do that. Best country you visited? I'm assuming out of the U.S. Italy is my favorite for sure. Cielo luna mezzo mare, mamma mia mendirare.
Performance 31 Charlie contact.
Yeah, this breakfast
Portland
burrito is
approach
freaking
124.35.
huge. Do you use real-world weather in the stream? Crosswind landings are
Portland approach
pain in
on
the ass now.
124.35, 4131 Charlie.
Yes, I do use real-world weather, and I typically don't worry about landings in the sim. Yeah, the breakfast burritos at. I'm gonna see if I might have a picture that I can share of that breakfast burrito. It's hilarious.
And Charlie, Portland
I mean,
approach
it's
to
just
Vancouver, altimeter 3033.
size of your
Would you like the
palm.
LDA approach or just the visual approach today?
Let's see if I can find.
November 413 Charlie, round you'd expect that.
Find a picture of Flaybob is highly underrated. It's one of the coolest airports. Was that before I got license? I think it was. Yeah, it must have been before I got the license. It's one of those airports that's pretty rough just outside of the actual airport. It's really better to fly in there, but if you can't for whatever reason, it's worth the drive because it's crazy. It's a madhouse. Actually, I take that back. It's not necessarily a madhouse. It can be on certain days and times, but it's just a really pretty spot. Lots of cool, weird planes coming in and out of there.
Lieutenant Joshua, approach 126.1. Mechanic Joshua, approach 126.1.
No, it's big though, trust me.
Scott 503 after Mike, lookout.
Thoughts on the McRib? I have no McRib takes. Okay, yeah, do a flex shot. I'll find that Flaybob burrito. Thing's a
503 after Mike, Joshua, approach Victor altimeter 3021.
freaking monster.
King Airport, show mechanic Joe Tower 126.8.
168. Wait a second. Why are we hearing John Wayne?
Where's 6 Kilo Papa Point Magoo approach, squawk 5547, maintain VFR.
What, do they like do east and west thing happening? Oh, this is weird. Favorite whiskey?
4131 Charlie, turn right heading 170
Buffalo Trace.
Vancouver to maintain 5000.
Buffalo Trace is my favorite whiskey. If you don't count Scotch, I think Buffalo Trace would be my favorite.
LA Center,
So
TBM
good.
850 Foxtrot Romeo, 3,200 climbing 7,000.
Like making kind of like half-assed old fashions with Buffalo Trace is so good. Just
Over 3 Kilo Papa Radar
Buffalo
Connect, 10
Trace,
miles
little
northwest
dash
to the
of
Point
soda,
Magoo, take in.
little, and then like some of the bitters.
850 Foxtrot Romeo, LA Center Radar contact, climb
Mix
maintain
it
flight
up,
level 200.
put an ice cube in there.
Flight level 200, 850 Fox Romeo.
Huh. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if they have these split. Okay. Still cruising along there. The Phenom. Derek was explaining to me that the Phenom is impossible to overspeed in straight and level flight. So you have like, cruise power just for fuel flow and stuff, but there's no overspeed in anything but a descent, which I thought was really funny after flying this thing when I'm like constantly blowing through the buzzer. Oh god, it's so funny. Yeah, there's tiny little engines, just tiny little baby engines. It's quiet. If you were listening to the video when we were taking off, like I mentioned, like it's so quiet that it feels like the engines are off, even compared to like the other jets that I've been in. It does like it doesn't matter. It's just like it is quiet regardless. Flockshot, we actually have a food. We have a food and beverage channel, but that, oh yeah, that does look really good. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, we do have a dedicated food and beverage.
Discretion 180, Scotty 21.
Which is making me really hungry. I love the mist that we got here. Yeah, so I'm like, I looked at the time and route, and I'm like, hey, we're supposed to be debriefing, flight here. The plane is not fast. Phenom 100 is not a fast plane at all. But it was still like a weird. It was weird kind of being a part of managing the flight and being attentive and not having you guys, which is very sad, but not having you guys there, not having a chat there as a distraction or a stream to run as a distraction slows everything way down. The conversations that Derek and I had were fantastic, and I hope that will come through in the video. But there was a weird, like, it was both very foreign and very recognizable. It was weird and not weird. It was fast and it was slow. It was so many different things at the same time, and it was just like such a bizarre experience. Like, it really, the simulator is not a replacement for the real plane, for any real plane at all. But what it continues to do, for me at least, is visually, contextually, relative in space. I can trick my brain into putting myself in the seat. You know, I've had the chance to at least, even like on the ramp, not moving, sit in the seat of some of these planes, feel what things, you know, feel like, and twist the knobs and like play around a little bit to get a feel for the sensations of it. Then you put yourself in the virtual environment, and you know, I mean, like, I don't have a big screen, but I've got like a big enough screen that it feels like immersive, and we've got the dials, and you know, I've got this setup here that kind of, you know, I can feel like I can trick my brain into imagining that we're doing this in real life. Then to actually do it, and the difference between the simulator and the Piper, and the simulator and the Phenom, the difference between the Piper and the simulator is greater than the difference.
Approach 120.55.
Difference between the sim and the Phenom. If that makes any sense. Like, sensation-wise, it's so much quieter.
That's definitely the frequency should be on 20.
You're much
55.
more twisty, not dials, pushy button in the jet. So there's like a lot more similarities in the sim than in the sim versus the Phenom than in the sim versus the Piper. So it was extra close, and like it's hard to explain, and like I haven't thought about it really as much because so much stuff going on with Thanksgiving and everything. But redoing this flight, which is why I love doing these debrief flights, is it forces me to really relive the experiences and the thoughts and, you know, the stuff that we talked about and how it relates to the preparation that I did. But you have, you know,
444 Victor Whiskey Boeing clearance Philippine Airport 10 to 8 departure.
The routes and flight and the radios, and it's all exactly the same. It's exactly the same. And it's a different plane too, so like it's not really performance.
Mike, expect the visual approach to runway 21, the Victor Weather.
But it doesn't really, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that to me really doesn't matter.
4131 Charlie, Vancouver is 12 o'clock and 9 miles. What I'm saying.
Was I on a different frequency? I think I was hearing too.
I'm sorry, that cut out. You said you had it in sight? 4131 Charlie, cleared visual approach Vancouver Airport.
I think we were hearing the ZLA folks.
.com 204, connect Los Angeles Center 124.6.
It's Flight Sim Expo. Did you try the Young Motion? I did not. VR.
.com 204, connect Los Angeles Center 124.6.
246.com 204.
2462.
Oh, 2462.com 204.
Skywest 3621, do you have an
I forgot that was the last call there. Bummer. I think the CJ4 is the best overall, especially IFR platform. It's simple, it's realistic, it's awesome. It's so much fun. LACenter.com 204 Flight 360.
Squawk VFR change advisor for 204
sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
this is your only one for the night.
Yeah, I think so. This is turning out to be pretty long. Go. Go. So, VR is cool for feeling the scale of actually being in the cockpit, but I can't keep that thing on my face for too long. It's neat for lapsing the pattern, but that's all I can take. Yeah, so the Aviator 1996. Dude, you're like your absolute last shift? Dude. That makes me sad. If that is right. Or you could say, no, my last. Oh. Dude, that is a bummer. But you start the FAA tomorrow. I will push my personal agenda to the side because that is so awesome. That is so awesome. I hope you're not going to forget about all of this.
Yeah, Mike, got you now across Apples at above 9,000 VORD, me runway 17 approach.
Congrats, dude. Did I do that right? Austin, congrats, man.
Congratulations. Speaking of Papa Roger.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. Yeah, if he's at SoCal, I will definitely bother him. Dude, that's awesome, man. So, VR, I think Disco Sweat said it pretty well. I think VR is incredibly fun, like creepy fun, super cool, amazing. But the way that I have always used the simulator was not to have the like super immersive experience. I like to be able to, well, first of all, I like to stream.
Whoa, buddy.
Roman, cheers, Roman. Thank you so much, man, for the gifted sub to Aviator 1996. So I like to have ForeFlight up. I like to have the radio. I like my setup. I like streaming, and all of that stuff is really hard to do in VR unless you're just like in the pattern, buzzing around and whatever. So to be able to, look around, take notes, write things down, do the frequencies, see where everything is at. To me, that is more enjoyable with a two-dimensional screen than it is to have VR on. VR is incredibly fun, but it's just not for me. Even Track IR, it's just like I don't want to have something on my head and it's one more thing that's running, and it's
the 3 kilo pop actually
can
verified.
kind of be a little finicky sometimes.
Real weather.
To me, it's just like I've gotten down a system where I feel I'm really good with moving my head around.
Thank you.
I am not super crazy about accuracy in terms of like landing and whatever. I do love hats, but I just like just like the freedom of not having anything on my head. I don't use the number pads. I couldn't figure out how to get that to work in Microsoft. I did in X-Plane, but I just use the mouse. So I just, like, wherever I'm at, you know, I'm just pretty quick at being able to look around. And I have the hat switch for the left, like look left, look right, and you know, I don't need to look for traffic. I don't really care about overshooting the final. You know, there's some stuff that I just don't really worry about. And just like the yoke, the control setup, I don't get too. I get something that works. And even though there's something that's potentially better out there, if it works and I'm happy with it, if it's not broken, I don't try to fix it. And I just take all of, you know, and again, it's kind of stupid because it's a couple $100. Like it's not really like gonna make any difference really at all. But I just feel like, okay, if I get a honeycomb yoke, that's a 2-hour flight. Is the honeycomb yoke worth that experience over the Cytec? And some of you might say, absolutely, 100%. It's so much more enjoyable. It would make the streams look better because you're not jumping around like an asshole. Like, that is true, probably. But I feel like if I spend the money on the yoke, it's money that I didn't need to spend versus actually flying. Like I don't need the better yoke because I am fortunate enough to be able to fly. If that makes any sense. Hopefully it doesn't come off as like a douchey thing to say. I really feel like I'm fortunate and, you know, fortunate enough to be able to fly, and that gives me the sensation of flying. But if I didn't, maybe I would want to have a better yoke, I guess. If it works, don't break it. I can see IRL pilots being okay with simpler equipment because using the real thing is your normal, but us that are not real world pilots are striving for that realism. Feel the same way. Totally understandable take. It's like people spend a lot of money on racing sim setups because they can't do it IRL. Yeah, and part of that's a good. So like I was freaking fortunate enough to race cars on a couple of occasions. So I've had that experience too, and part of it is comfort. Part of it is just enjoyability. For flying, for me, and this might be getting like way too into the weeds, but for me, the enjoyable part about flight simming is the views. So there we go. The radios. Okay, there we go. The flight planning. Okay, there we go. And the interaction with you guys. So like those are the things that I get out of flight simulation. So the view, the radios, not in this order, the radios, the flight planning, and hanging out with you guys. So I don't need the good setup in order to check all those boxes. I've been, you know, lucky enough to get some like hand-me-down stuff in terms of radios and equipment and some stuff from people on Discord, but like this is my setup. I haven't shown this in a while, but I don't know if this is going to make a difference. Nope, that sucks. So I have got the yoke here. I've got the throttle here. I've got my cocktail here. I've got the autopilot.
Romeo Connect LA Center 126.35.
126.35, 8 Foxtrot Romeo.
Okay, that was not for me. So, but I'm gonna maybe plan ahead for that. Plan ahead. So we got the autopilot and light switch there, the radio stack here, and little stream deck here, keyboard just off to the side, and then you guys.
Los Angeles Center, TBM 850.
So like this
Romeo,
is my setup,
flight level 200.
and then if I go down here, probably not going to be able to see this. I'll show you how much I actually do with this project.
850 Fox Romeo, LA Center, cross
2x4
cloud at 1000 Palm Springs, altimeter 3004.
Cross cloud at 1000 Palm Springs 3004. 850
This
Fox
one.
Romeo.
That one looks great. This one. Yeah, not a very good site though. So yeah, there's the setup, and yeah, a better yoke would be better. But it's just like it's not a priority. So that's my like viewpoint on that, is just keep it simple and use the simulator for what it's good at doing. Let's see. Oh yeah, so in contrast, yeah, those are all USB. In contrast, racing, you have one portion of that experience, that simulator experience, versus all this other stuff. Like there's no flight planning, there's no radio communication, there's no extra bit of racing other than turning the wheel and pressing the gas pedal, and that stuff does need feel more frequently than it does in flying, because in cruise you don't need any, like 90% of the flight is just cruising around, so you don't need to have that interaction at all in flight sim, whereas you do in a constantly lap per lap on a racing simulator. So I kind of, even though I've experienced racing a car, I feel like the racing simulator industry kind of needs that support. It has the volume, therefore it has lower prices as well. But it's so hard to mimic the feel of a real plane with some of these peripherals. It would really come down to, for me, if I wasn't able to fly, like upgrading the yoke would for sure be number one. But then ease of manipulating controls, I think, would be over like VR or other peripherals. Like I would want to have some way of inputting, and like the Cytec one is close, but it doesn't work great for Microsoft really for the autopilot. But I think I would want to get good, like decent flight controls, like the honeycomb stuff would be perfect, and then just like a little bit on the side of like a GPS unit or something, like one of those things. I think if I had those, I could be happy exploring the world in a flight simulator if I didn't have the option to fly. Alright, past St. George. Okay, cool. Yep. What's up, Cat Jeff? How's it going? What's up, Noir? So spring 6,000 potentially. Down to 6,000.
Phenom 91 Philly, Mike, LA Center, correction, SoCal departure, radar contact, climb 881
We're
2000.
coming up to Perth here pretty soon. ETA 34 minutes. Looking about 34 minutes. Yeah, Sasquatch, the PilotEdge subscription changes the way that flight simulators inherently are to me. It goes from it takes it to a completely different level. Maybe we can look at the approach and landing in the jet with Derek at the controls in extremely gusty winds.
Duckdown 2047 via Janny 5 arrival, the Las Vegas altimeter 3016.
3016 descending via the Janny5arrival.com 204.
It's your Fox Romeo, connect SoCal approach 126.7.
Over to approach 126.7, 0 Fox Romeo.
There we go. That's great.
50 Fox Romeo, SoCal approach,
G1000.
altimeter 3004. Leslie F. Thermals, weather and approach request. Zero Fox Romeo ID, send and maintain 4,000. Bear 1 Delta Bravo, Limburg ground runway 27, taxi via Juliet Charlie.
Sorry, work calls. Yep. Okay, cool. WizKid, the PilotEdge subscription. PilotEdge is, I'm gonna say 20 a month for ZLA. This plane has not been reliable IFR for me. I get some SIDS. It gets some SIDS and stars wrong. I don't remember it getting too many things wrong. There are a couple of things here and there that you run into. Sorry, the little chair mat things.
One us Bear and 1 out of Bravo, the tower with 27 for takeoff.
There have been some things that have been a little bit goofy, but overall, man, it's really, really few and far between what this thing doesn't do correctly. It's really, really solid. So I'd be curious
November
what
7, Lima Mike Tudor, Palm Springs, and join Vector 388 on navigation.
What actual procedures it doesn't do.
05 Strobe, Thermal Airport, 12 o'clock, 5 miles port in sight.
Yeah, it's been incredibly
05 Strobe, had no traffic between you and Thermal, report you can
and even going over it with ProLine 21 people.
5 minutes on 122.2, visual approach Thermal Airport, frequency change approved.
El Manny, it depends on like when.
.com Bill 204 Connect LA Center 133.2.
33.2.com 204. Center.com 204, flight level 360.
Bravo, SoCal departure, cancel altitude restrictions, resume navigation.
You guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
Still gonna send it. LACenter.com 204, flight level 360.
.com 204, LA Center, roger.
VOR approach too? Yeah, I mean, I fly this plane like exclusively IFR, or I should say I fly IFR exclusively in this plane, and there have been a couple of times that stuff has been missing.
8.35, 1535.
Aspen was actually one of them, but it's really, really rare. Yeah, so they have up to 3 or 4 on any given night. It just depends on like how many people are logged on, what the workload is. But yeah, I mean, it's essentially, especially later in the evening, it'll be one controller working all stations. So yeah, you could have one voice.
Charlie Victor, Baker Sugar, missing the November identifier, disconnect to reconnect with the November at the front of your call sign. Walker 542, connect Albuquerque Center 134.32.
They
13432, Walker 542, good night.
Really. They're in some ways have a much tougher job than FA controllers. Some of them have controlled in the past. Some of them will control in the future. There is a conflict of interest to do both, so we don't really see that anymore. But I mean, it's all the same.
251 Charlie Victor, Bakersfield ground clear to John Wayne Airport. Radar vector still AQs is filed. Climb and maintain 8,000. Departure is 118.8. Squawk 6560.
The TOD should show up on the FMS route on the MFD, which it doesn't, and it's kind of annoying.
One Charlie Victor, read back correct. Skytree Alpha Mike, radar connect lost.
Wait till you guys see the 360 footage of this landing. It was an incredible landing too. Holy crap. So nice. And just getting knocked all over the place. Yeah, for PW, for real. Yeah, the phraseology is, and even in a lot of local procedure stuff, they even nail a lot of that.
You know, 7 Lima Mike connect SoCal on 135.4.
There were a few pretty funny, and I don't think we got them on video potentially, but like I don't fly a Phenom ever. Like I've never flown an Embraer. Clearly. So I had some very creative calls on the radio that were just like, I called myself Embraer at one point. I said like Embraer 500 Bravo Romeo. I was like, that's probably not right. I said citation once, so that was kind of awkward. But I would love to do an overhead break in a Cardinal. It's so incredible that it looks like this with no orthos. I'm so happy my ortho days are over. PW, you can do anything you want at an uncontrolled field. You can do absolutely anything you want. That's kind of the preferred way to get into Catalina. Well, not the preferred way, but that's a way to get into Catalina. LACenter.com 204 starting our descent. It's like, why is this thing getting so mad? You shouldn't, though. You should not. If you're trusting your FMC 100% of the time, you're not doing something right, because it's not going to be right 100% of the time. So you have to stay ahead of it and get ready to knock that thing off if it's not doing what it should do. And that's a very important thing it's a very important thing that I have noticed from the jet people that we interact with in the Discord and the situations that I've been fortunate enough to be in in jets in this environment where there are FMCs and autopilots and stuff where you're not so much relying on, you know, flying a needle and hand flying a, you know, an approach or an ILS or something. Why does this Phenom look a lot like a CJ? It's just in disguise. That's all. This Janney arrival is kind of cool. It takes you right by Edwards Air Force Base, which was pretty fun. I like that a lot. It was cool.
Bravo, now clear the Bravo airspace.
Or did you fly that before, Ira? No, I've not flown in a CJ in real life. I've flown in a XL and a 501, but not a CJ. But the flight that we're debriefing was a flight that was in a Phenom 100. Did I put that in the video description? Yeah, so we're debriefing a Phenom flight using the CJ because there is not a Phenom in Microsoft. So into the set for ATIS. I'm gonna preload the weather into whoa. Hello, eyebrow. Approach and winds are. Air temperature is right.
Destination ATIS is 127.55.
Now, if we need to switch it up, I can put in a different one, but I will at least get us. Yeah, so what is Basil? Oh yeah, okay, so then Diver is 19, yep.
November 1 of the Bravo Connect, SoCal approach 128.1.
Palmdale, 13. Janney is a hard 8. This one's got 1, 2, 3. That one a hard stop. Elmer. Okay, so 7,000 here. We've got a hard
251 Charlie Victor, Pickett, so Tower, flight runway heading runway 30 right to takeoff.
Cool. $290. I am flying way too slow.
1 to the Bravo, SoCal approach, gentlemen, altimeter 3002.
Jesus. So, what are we looking at here? This is the high desert. We've got Edwards out over the left here. Big Bear is right there. Palm Springs is right there. Palms, we're kind of passing that. It's right off our left wing. There we go. Somewhere out there. So I'm going to ask 3434 left if we can accommodate it. And that should match the video. So we'll see if we can get that as we get closer. All of our altitudes in there, everything seems to be working okay. Look at how crazy that looks. No ortho, that's just straight streaming data. And that looks really, really cool. So this was kind of weird because I've never done this arrival even in the sim before. It starts out looking a lot like
over 70 by Mike, center maintain 6,000, kind of approach 1 tree 4.2.
Like the Disney arrival, Disney 4 or 5, whatever the hell number it is. I think it's Disney 5. But it's just happening much further west and north. So instead of going over Big Bear, which is, you know, right over there, going into Orange County, we're continuing north over Palmdale.
1 Charlie Victor, connect Baker's for departure.
Yeah, it's weird.
02 Foxtrot, go ahead.
Go ahead.
02 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara clearance, going to send to Maria Airport, slot 5 departure, San Marcos transition direct.
Man, I'm excited for this flying.
Via the city, except maintain
I cannot wait.
Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 2723.
To do this, it's going to be so fun. Just absolute nerd out with some great people from the community. Talked to the San Luis Obispo Tower today, so they're ready for us.
Number 9170, Mike, SoCal approach flighting 260, Van Nuys altimeter is 3003. Charlie Victor, Baker's for departure, we're to contact climb, maintain 10,000, clear direct Lake Hughes.
So Edwards not here. That's what I thought was Edwards. I actually took an embarrassing video. Edwards is over here. And Palmdale is right in front of us. How can we lurk from afar? Live ATC? Yep. Live ATC would work. I think there's another way to do that. Live ATC is probably the best option. Let me make sure that San Luis Obispo was actually not every tower is covered, but is, and we've got everything: tower, ground, ZLA. ATC, yeah. So we're good to go there. I'll try to post as much as I can live on Instagram as well, JD. If you have that, I don't know. Is this? Yeah. So I'll like kind of live post, post stories kind of throughout the day from there. Pops in. There is Oklahoma Pass. Yeah, that would be the best way to follow along, like throughout the day. But live ATC will definitely be the way to do it, and like following ADSB as well, whether it's on ADSB Exchange or Flight Radar or Flight Aware or whatever. But in terms of the actual
Mike Flight 810.
The actual happenings, it'll be
7 Mike Flight 310 and expect Dallas. Runway 16 right. March Charlie Victor, Delay 7125.27.
This is so cool, like coming into LA.
25 D7.
What are you flying, Kajif? Van Nuys, fly special flight rules.
Transition altitude. Nearest altimeter.
And then go to Catalina.
Go center, Sirius is 251 Charlie Victor and 10,000.
251 Charlie Victor, LA Center, climate maintain 15,000, Baker Fuel altimeter 3012.
Climate maintain 1,000, 15,000, 1 Charlie Victor.
DOCOM 204, contact Joshua approach 126.1.
26.1, DOCOM 204. Joshua approach, DOCOM 204, descending on the Janny 5, 16,000.
DOCOM 204, Joshua approach, Palmdale, altimeter 3017.
3017, DOCOM 204. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is the... Yeah, I mean, this is the way to do it, is to stream it in. I don't think they can... I don't think there's any way to get as good, if not better results than this with compressing anything. I mean, this is streamed in, and I mean, it looks insane. It looks fantastic. It was pretty rad being that close.
Mike 340, trying to maintain 5,000.
340 down to 5,000, Mike.
If anyone is new here, welcome to the stream. I appreciate hanging out tonight. This is the Discord link. I promise you this is beyond the typical streamer asking for a Discord follow.
Hey, bird. Whoa, buddy.
Happy December partying face.
Happy December partying face to you too, Scooby. Happy December partying face. Yes, the Discord really is beyond just the typical streamer asking follow my
Mike
Discord.
030.
It really has turned into such an incredible aviation community, and if you're interested in this stuff at all, we really have a lot of connection to real world flying. And it is the #1 Discord, as PW points out. 2020 Discord of the year, and we're the front runner for 2021 Discord of the year. And I think it's been well earned. But yeah, I would love to keep growing that community. So again, if you are interested in anything aviation related, give it a shot. It's really easy, if you don't know already, to leave a server. So give it a shot, and if it's not for you, then no problem. But would love for you to at least give it a shot, because I do believe in it. Janny, Palmdale, Janny, Puck, and then we're Eiffel.
Sterling Mike VFR traffic 2 miles to your 2 o'clock altitude indicates 4,500, type unknown, altitude unverified, and they're heading south now.
Sterling Mike, we're looking at on a fish finder.
Two things on the Discord.
Sterling Mike right heading 070.
What were the two things that you learned, PW, in the Discord today?
Van Nuys Clearance Delivery, Cessna 64815, VFR request.
Uh, 6815, Van Nuys, bye.
I'd like to pick up flight following to Catalina, and it says now 172, cruising at 5,500.
All right. I love the new environment.
There's 7 Lima Mike, right heading 130 to Central 16 right localizer.
Left to 130 and a couple of localizer, Mike.
Verify right turn.
Right turn, sorry.
64815, Van Nuys clearance to departure, frequency 134.2, squawk 7047.
Squawk 7047, 815.
November 815, departures 342, 7047.
Say again, 815.
815, departure.
All right, so we have information go. This looks
departure is 134.2,
freaking
squawk
real.
7047.
And then we've got
November 64815, rebound.
Off our left here.
November 1 Lima Mike 4 miles to Furry, maintain 5,000 until established on localizer, clear to Astronaut 16 right approach.
5,000 until established, clear to ILS 16 right, 7 Lima Mike, thanks.
Go ahead, Bravo, plan for the Bravo.
We'll go ahead and cancel advisories for 1 Delta Bravo.
1 Delta Bravo, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk the appropriate code for the CIFRA. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. We'll see ya.
Oh, there it is. Right.
.com 204, SoCal approach 134.2.
34.2.com 204. What's the biggest ortho file? I have no idea. They're huge though. SoCalApproach.com 204 9,700 descending on the Jamie 5 information Delta at Van Nuys.
.com 204, Sun approach. Thanks for it's called Delta Golf is now current at Umber. Clear the island 21-6 right approach.
Yeah, apologies. We have information Gulf. If it's possible, I'd like to request a visual for 34 left, if that's possible. .com 204.
.com 204. Yeah, you can absolutely try it. Depart Umber, heading 200. And cancel the approach vectors for Van Nuys.
Depart Umber at 200. Vectors for the visual 34 left. Van Nuys. .com 204.
John Wayne clearance, Cherokee 32 Echo Juliet, ready to pick up our IFR to John Wayne with Echo.
Echo Juliet, John Wayne clearance, on airport on departure flight 20, right vector, Seal Beach direct. Have maintain 2000, departure frequency west 28.1, squawk tree 170.
Cleared with John Wayne Airport, climb maintain, runway heading at 200, Seal Beach direct, climb maintain 2000, frequency 128.3, squawk 3170, 3178, November 32 Echo Juliet.
You can't squawk 8, your departure is 128.1, your heading is 220, squawk tree 170.
220, departure on 128.1, 3170 for the squawk, 32 Echo Juliet. Sorry, it was pretty broken up on the transmission there.
Took it to the reback direct. So they will mechanic Van Nuys Tower 11 enter entry.
19-3, we'll see you later, Austin, Sun Mike.
Santa Monica Tower, Tower 1 Delta Bravo, overhead Bologna Creek 4,500, information Mike for a full stop.
1 Delta Bravo, Santa Monica Tower, enter left down, runway 21, runway 21 to land.
Enter a left downwind 2121, clear to land 1 Delta Bravo.
Altitude.
Very nice, Tower, hello, 917, Mike,
just they're traveling southeastbound. Altitude indicates 7,000, the types of known altitude unverified. And 4 by 230.
Bakersfield Tower, Scock 730 Alpha Delta, about 7.5 miles west of Shafter inbound with information to...
Yeah, SoCalApproach.com 204, that last transmission was broken.
Yeah, I think my internet halfway died. Just disregard flight 200.
I 200 on the heading .com 204.
730 Delta, Bakersfield Tower, just say the position again.
Now about 6.5 miles west of Shafter, 730 Alpha.
November 0 Alpha Delta, enter the left down on a tree 0 right to report midfield.
Left downwind, runway 30 right, report midfield, Skyhawk 730 Alpha.
Tower, hello, Center 917, Lima Mike, final 16 right.
November 917, Lima Mike, NS Tower, runway 16 right, good land.
Quarter line 16 right,
Okay, load in the valley. Jesus.
John Wayne ground, Cherokee 32 Echo Juliet, over at the west ramp, taxi with Echo.
32 Echo Juliet, John Wayne, squawk normal. I got 204, flight 165, descend to maintain 5,000.
165 down to 5,000.com 204.
show me ground. November 32 Echo Juliet, you see a squawk now.
32 Echo Juliet, runway 20 right, taxi via Bravo Kilo.
20 right via Bravo Kilo, 32 Echo Juliet.
Santa Barbara ground, Caravan 1102 Foxtrot is at the terminal. Taxi IFR with hotel.
Charlie
Microsoft versus X-Plane. I mean, I am fully on board with Microsoft. Visuals, audio, experience. For me, just
Santa Monica ground, Cinnamon Roll, 1 Alpha Whiskey.
Absolutely fantastic. X-Plane has a lot more aircraft and a lot more
and Santa Barbara ground, I'm sorry, you were broken.
So if you're looking for aircraft choice, it's still X-Plane right now. If you're looking for, I think, anything else, it's got to be X-Plane.
That's 25 via Bravo Alpha Golf for 02 Foxtrot.
Affirm.
I'm leaving Mike off here, Quebec, looking for a signature.
November 7, leaving Mike, signature via Alpha, we'll see you.
Signature via Alpha, we'll see you later, 7 Mike.
Cinnamon Roll, 1 Alpha Ski, Santa Monica.
1 Alpha Whiskey, radio check.
Loud and clear. We're on Charlie Vector, circular approach 134.2, 34.2. Icon 204, Van Nuys Port, 10 o'clock, 7 miles, port inside.
Airportinside.com 204.
Dogcom 204, clear visual approach 34 left.
Cleared visual 34 left.com 204. See it right there?
So we're on Bravo, that Cinnamon Rolls, if you go to Alpha, he's all the way up north.
I went to the wrong side, didn't I?
You can make a 180.
Okay, we'll do that in preparation to cross 21 for 1 Delta Bravo.
1 Delta Bravo, make 180, make 21 on Bravo, 2 join Alpha to the Cinnamon Roll.
Okay, 180 here, we'll cross 21, join Alpha to the Cinnamon Roll, 1 Delta Bravo.
Santa Monica ground, Cinnamon Roll, 1 Alpha Whiskey is on the northeast parking. We'd like to taxi to the south side to the fuel
Dial
pumps.
the dirt.
1 Alpha Whiskey, fuel pumps via Alpha.
We're going to need to cross the runway to get there once 1 Alpha Whiskey.
1 Alpha Whiskey, I knew that. Cross runway 21 Alpha 5, Bravo 5, and Bravo to the fuel pumps.
Cross 21 Alpha 5, Bravo 5 to the fuel pumps, 1 Alpha Whiskey.
Baron 1 Delta Bravo, amend our taxi request to join him at the fuel pumps.
1 Delta Bravo, fuel pumps, bro.
God, it looks so good.
Say again for 1 Delta Bravo?
No,
fuel
it's
pumps,
3070.
Fuel pumps to Bravo, Delta Bravo.
Okay, approach Cirrus 251 Charlie Victor at 11000.
251 Charlie Victor, still call the perfect altimeter 300.
Bakersfield Tower, Skyhawk 730, Delta midfield downwind, runway 30 right.
November Alpha Delta, runway 30 right, full land.
Clear band, runway 30 right, Skyhawk 730 Alpha Delta.
Got 204, connect Nice Tower, 119.3.
VanNuysTower.com 204. VanNuysTower.com 204, left base 34 left.
Dogcom 204, Nice Tower, retreat for left, clear, and wind calm.
Clear to land, 34 left.com 204. Okay, lights are on. This is so creepy how real this is. Other than the frame rates, obviously, but God, this is so cool. green, flaps are full, lights on, clear to land. Little overshoot there.
Short final runway 500.
Ooh, lot of overshoot.
Visual Jet 1 Charlie Victor to maintain 9,000.
Altitude. $9,000, 1 Charlie Victor.
That looked so good. What is this, hotel? FatNiceTower.com, 204 clear, 34 left at hotel. We are straight ahead to Castle and Cook.
.com 204 X-ray via Alpha with this frequency. It's been an absolute pleasure, my friend.
All right, right at Alpha. We'll stay on this frequency. It has been an absolute delight. I love you. Good luck. Congrats. .com 204. See ya!
See you.
And there we go.
Santa Barbara Tower, Caravan 1102 Foxtrot, at runway 25, ready for departure, IFR.
Let's do it. I got you at the exact same time.
God, this is so creepy how real this is.
Maria Tower, Diamond 88 Delta Victor, at the base of the tower, request eastbound departure with Zulu.
88 Delta Victor, Camry, runway 26, taxi via Foxtrot.
26 via Foxtrot and Alpha, I believe he said, 88 Delta Victor.
Confirm. 1 Charlie Victor, can expect approach 134.9er. 134.9er, 1 Charlie Victor.
No, that's cockeyed as crap.
Santa Barbara Tower, Caravan 1102 Foxtrot, at runway 25, ready for departure, IFR.
1102 Foxtrot, Santa Barbara Tower, runway 25, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 25, clear for takeoff, 02 Foxtrot.
Santa Monica ground, synonym roll, 1 Alpha Whiskey is at the fuel pumps with information. Mike, ready for taxi.
Cinnamon, 1 Alpha Whiskey. Santa Monica ground, runway 21, taxi via Bravo.
21 via Bravo, 1 Alpha Whiskey.
Next to Tower, Skyhawk 730 Alpha Delta is clear the runway.
So that was pretty fun.
Taxi to the flight school, please, and thank you very much.
0 Alpha Delta, thank you for flying. Taxi and via Alpha, and we'll see ya.
See ya. Via Alpha for Skyhawk 730 Alpha.
Hey, very good evening. We are put in with information Mike request.
IFR to Palm Springs.
No, another Bravo, Santa Monica ground fall.
Oh, yeah. That's so cool. All right, let's check that out. Thanks for joining us. PW. Okay, let's go. Not French Valley. We're gonna go to Jet Flight 360 and I think we're gonna do this one.
But a good pilot is always learning.
This right? Yeah, this is it. Okay, so we're not gonna have the audio, but here you go. This is Phenom 100. Doing what we just did right now. Big old visual of 3-4 left. Yeah, WizKid, the ortho stuff can take up so much space. I had a separate 1 terabyte drive just for ortho, and I kept it. You know, I wasn't able to go crazy. I do not plan to go to the airlines, no. It's so quiet, man. Yeah, it's really, really quiet. You could absolutely talk without the headsets on. Easily. So we were gusting 3-4. Yeah. So it shears pretty heavily. I can't really tell. I think it's 17 crosswind and then 15 headwind right now as we turn. Oh, yeah. So I want to say it was like 13 gusting 20 something. There's the 101 below us. And then there's the airport right there. Right over the golf course, just like we did. It's going to be so much fun to edit together. There's 27 knot crosswind. that's exciting. What's up, DJ? So money. Oh man, he buttered that in.
It seemed to calm down like the last 50 feet. Yeah. Like it was really nice, but that was.
There's our parking.
But you get a lot of mechanical turbulence off the.
Yeah, that windsock is going for it.
Alright, let's hear ground point 7.
So cool. Yeah, I can't wait to dig into this video. It's going to be so fun.
Oh, we're just parked straight ahead.
Oh, the yoke is awesome. It's so comfortable. That's a cool shot right there. Ooh, that might actually be kind of fun for the landing. Get the wing back there. A little bit more of a feel for how much we were getting knocked around. I'm holding the mount. Just like, you son of a bitch, that was perfect. Oh my god. Awesome. Thank you guys for joining me on that debrief, reliving one of my coolest aviation experiences so far. Tomorrow in the Discord, we're going to be really talking a lot about the fly-in, and on Thursday we're going to do try to do some kind of virtual fly-in. We'll probably take the Piper out to San Luis Obispo on PilotEdge, and then switch over and open it up on Microsoft Flight Sim, just on the regular multiplayer thing, so anyone can join even if you don't have PilotEdge, and we'll just kind of have fun buzzing around San Luis Obispo. But the second annual 4LE fly-in is on Saturday. We've got a great group of people that have RSVP'd so far, and very excited to meet some people for the first time that frankly I've known for years, and it's going to be cool to finally meet them, and some just hanging out with some friends. So really looking forward to that. That will all be in the Discord, and yeah, so thank you guys again for joining tonight. Let's go say hi to Conti. He is sending off Austin, which is awesome, and yeah, let me know if you guys are able to make the virtual fly-in on Thursday. So, all right, guys, love you. Have a good one.